Good morning, good afternoon, traders. Welcome everyone on a Monday morning, 9th of June. We are just starting the second trading week of June with some green weeks behind us. So let's see whether the market is going to be able to perform a third green week after each other. So guys, this is going to be a full week of trading, especially with inflation data on the deck, with CPI, PPI numbers. And next week is going to be a shortened week because of Juneteenth's Labor Day on Thursday and Big Fed Wednesday. But just to focus this week or so, we are going to have quite of a nice impacted market by the economic news. Hi Lee, good morning to you. Justin, Steve C, good morning. Team, Clifton, nice to see you. Hi there. Okay, so guys, I hope you had a beautiful, relaxing weekend with your loved ones, with the family, and ready to get back on the trading field with us. And with the SPY and the US market, which at the moment it's quite higher, not too much though, but at least we're starting in green. Hi Dor, good morning, Brisk Order, nice to see you here. Okay, guys. So last week, as I mentioned you, it was a quite of a performancing week for the market to the green side, and this seems like a resilient run. Labor market news got in the spotlight. I would say a little bit mixed news. Donald Trump and Elon's fight over the social media, as you know, is just. Um, It just caused the Tesla drop a lot, and Tesla is dropping today because of a downgrade. I'm just going to talk more about that. And this resilient run is just put the S&P 500 above the 6,000 for the first time since late February, traders, and we are less than 3% away from the record all-time high on the S&P 500. If you just check now the S&P 500, it is on my chart. If I just switch on the pre-market data on a 5 minutes time frame, you will see that it was even above the $600 level for a little while. Now it's just dancing around this 600. So let's see what can impact the market today. Well, traders, the most important happening today is going to be the trade talks, and this is going to happen in the UK, by the way, in London to be precise. So the US and China will just hold the trade negotiations in London, and they look for a breakthrough to end the standoff that has hit the world's two largest economies. So indeed, because of that, I'm going to expect a quite high volatility and maybe a lower volume environment, because here in Europe we have a bank holiday. So today in most of the European countries, it's a bank holiday indeed. So might the volume, it's not going to be that high as usual, but I'm sure that the volatility is going to be guaranteed because of the trade talks. And not just because of the trade talks, but we will get some economic news too for today. Not too many though. As I mentioned you, this week it's rather for the inflation data, but we will see the 10 o'clock final wholesale inventories, and that's it for today. At least one economic news we have. And yes, I see even there is a French bank holiday, Switzerland, Germany, here in Hungary we have it as well. Hi Play, good morning to you. Nice to see you. So seems like it's going to be like a maybe a lighter volume day. Tomorrow, though, it's going to be the NFIB Small Business Index and API Weekly Statistical Bulletin and nothing else. And as I mentioned you, as this is going to be a huge inflation data impact week, Wednesday we will start with the core CPI, CPI. After that, as usual, comes the PPI on Thursday, and Friday we will see the consumer sentiment and the inflation expectations. So Monday, Tuesday is going to be a little bit like a quiet on the economic front, but today it's not very much because of the trade talks. So I am expecting sudden moves, especially when some news leaks out from this negotiations. Indeed, so let's just be careful, guys. I'm going to be cautious with the share size today for sure because of that fact. What else is happening all over the world? Why? Like crypto, it's a bit higher now. It's again pushed over this 105 level, which I think it is quite of a major resistance slash support for the Bitcoin. Now it's around 107K, which is even stronger. The Bitcoin is up at the moment. Let me just check my, yes, 1.93%, so almost 2% higher. We can watch coin and the rest of the Bitcoin related stocks. European stocks and stock exchanges nosedive today, especially the DAX is down 0.6779% now. So this is a little bit weaker. Asia, though, very strong, especially the Hang Seng, thanks to nice economic numbers, especially actually, guys, the prices, consumer prices are decreasing and causing some deflation fears. Well, I wish this we just could hear here in Europe or in the US. I guess you know what I'm talking about. If you are the one who is going sometimes to the supermarket to run errands, then you know exactly. So let's see whether this consumer price decrease is going to get here overseas to Europe and the US. But so far, the Hang Seng was very happy on the news, 1.63%, and not just that, but it was even more on the export, import, and so on. Okay, guys, what else in here? As I mentioned you, the US market is starting in the pre-market in a small green, not a huge one. Everything is around or very close to the all-time highs, and everyone is focusing hard on London today, and especially on the trade negotiation talks between the US and the EU. China and US trade officials to hold talks in London. This is definitely the biggest headline in the financial media. All right, chip stocks Alphabet source on QCOM. QCOM takeover. QCOM just took over an English chip maker, Alphabet, by the way. So we can watch QCOM today. NVIDIA CEO says that the UK is in a Goldilocks moment. I'm going to invest here. This is, of course, his opinion, but a very interesting article on the CNBC if you have not read it before. Hi, Stacy. Yes, which one? CRWV, it's always on our list nowadays because it's a big mover. Thank you. Circle, AMD, and IONQ. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've seen that IONQ has some news. And despite of being a Monday, we have several great candidates. I'm just going to go there soon. Also, next to the AI, next to the trade talks, there is another interesting happening, and this is going to happen on the Apple. Indeed, Apple is going to have its annual Worldwide Developers Conference on Monday, and everyone is expecting news on the company's AI services. Apple Intelligence has endured a rocky rollout as rivals like OpenAI, Google, and Meta have made progress with their own platforms. So the stockholders wants to hear more about this field by the Apple. So I am going to be interested how the Apple, like the stock, is going to be impacted by this news. All right, what else in here? Warner Bros. Discovery splitting into two public companies. This is another news, and definitely it is among the big movers as well. Hi, Jennifer. Good morning to you. Nice to see you here. And let's just move to the big movers, guys. If you have anything on the list, thank you very much, TC, for your list, and please just let me know. And I'm going to start with Tesla. As I mentioned, Tesla, it's still not out of the woods. It's still a little bit into the trouble after this nasty story between Trump and Elon, and it seems like today it does continue the push lower. It's under $290 level. Also, it's going to start in this Thursday big red day lower part of trading range. Indeed, $289.88, and it is down after Bear downgraded the stock to neutral from buy, as the firm said that the CEO Elon comments on robotaxi plans are a bit too too optimistic, and that Musk's relationship to President Donald Trump adds a very considerable uncertainty around the stock. So that's why they started to dump the stock and not buy it for sure. So let's see how the Tesla is going to stand out for today. I'm going to start my list, and there is no doubt that my first short candidate is going to be Tesla. Also, I must tell you guys, Tesla, it's always can be a surprise, like all the way down. So I'm going to be careful with that. Also, it seems like that it's much weaker than the market at the moment. Warner Bros. Discovery, as I mentioned, UWBD, 7% higher indeed, as they told that they split into two publicly traded companies by next year. One company will host the WBD's streaming services and movie properties, while the other will include its cable networks such as CNN and TNT Sports. So WBD, because of that, we can put it on the long list. Also, this is not an extremely huge mover, and it went already a lot to the upside, but I'm going to be I'm going to watch it, but I'm not expecting another extra like 10% to go up on the stock. EchoStar is here, SATS 9% lower after Wall Street Journal, citing people familiar, said that telecommunications companies considering filing for bankruptcy under Chapter 11. Ouch, that's definitely not a good news. Any companies. So let's see whether this panic is going to be continued after the market opens. This is not a huge moving stock, or so when there is news, as you can see, it can move. And the pre-market volume is quite high at the moment, 180K, 9% lower. I'm going to move it to my short list. Also be careful with this one, as actually I don't know that stock, and it moved already down a lot in the pre-market. Robinhood and Applovin is here as well. Shares of Robinhood and Applovin each fell about 4% after their name was added to the S&P on Friday, as both names were considered possible candidates for inclusion in the index. So seems like that maybe this is just an after-party profit taking on APP and Hood. Hood is down 3%. Applovin, it is down 3.50 now. Both of them, I'm going to move it to the short side. And as I see, Scott already moved them to his list and to the short side. I do agree definitely with him. Hi, Marco. Yes, definitely IONQ. It's on my list too, as the quantum computing stock 7% after company announced that it agreed to acquire Oxford Ionics in a deal valued $1.075 billion in cash and stock. Wow, that's not bad. That's not bad. And at the moment, IONQ is up 10%. Huge mover. Let's just watch it whether it can go even higher. McDonald's is here too, slipped 1% on the heels of a Morgan Stanley downgrade to equal weight from overweight. The company said that McDonald's has not been insulted from pressures on the fast food sector. Well, let's see whether it is right and whether the McDonald's is going to show any nice direction today. At the moment, MCD, if I'm just checking the daily chart and the intraday, that seems like as a possible short continuation to the downside. MCD, I'm just going to put it to the short list on that downgrade. And the last one, it is MC, which is a $58 stock, Moelis & Co. This is lowered as the Wall Street Journal reported that the CEO, Ken Moelis, is planning to step down from the role at the investment bank. I must tell you guys, I admit, I think I never traded this stock. I think this is not today when I'm going to start it. So I'm just going to put it on the secondary list. If you like it, please just check this stock as well. This is MC. And you just called even Circle, CRWV. These definitely should be on our secondary list. Big movers from last week. I really like it. And I agree that if we are talking about the strongest stock of my watch list, it's AMD is one of them. Indeed, Steve. So I agree with you. I'm going to put it on my long list. What else is strong today? Coin, as I mentioned you, that Bitcoin is just making a nice move already, 2% higher. So we can watch coin. AFRM, it's quite strong. SMCI, BABA, and VDA as the Chinese stock exchange, very strong. NVDA, MU, Unity, Humana, Amazon, Pinterest, mRNA was a big mover on Friday. We can watch it. Indeed, Apple is not that bad, but only 0.40%. So the strongest are, and I'm just going to move some of these on my watch list, UPST to the secondary list together with AFRM and SMCI. And I'm going to move Coin and I think maybe even NVDA to my first long list. So here is the list for Monday traders. I wish you a beautiful green start of the week with DVG Scott and might even Amir is going to join to the TEFS VIP room today. Hi Davida, good morning to you. As always, I'm just going to leave you in the good hands of Scott for today, and I'm going to just continue trading in the TEFS YouTube trading room. So have a great green start of the week, traders, and don't forget, might sudden volatility, it's just can occur because the fact that there is a trade negotiations talks between US and China today in London. They takes place actually today, so be careful with the sudden direction changes there. So good luck everyone and see you tomorrow. Bye. Okay, YouTube traders, I'm just going to post the candidates here for you. So we have a long WBD, IONQ, AMD coin, and VDA. So it seems like the semicons are on the strongest side again. Tesla sets, Hood, Applavin, McDonald's to the short side, and secondary list. We are going to watch some big movers from the last week, which was CRWV, CRCL, UPSTFRM, and SMCI. So seems like there is a lot, but a lot of great candidates to start the week with. Again, though, let's be careful because if news are going to start leaking out from this trade negotiation talks between the US and China, you know exactly how crazy the market can react on that. So I'm going to be on the cautious side, especially on the screen or share size. Sorry, I just take off the volume in the VIP room because it's always on the max. Okay, Scott is here with us already. So back to the market, guys. I'm going to be aware of the share size for today because of the fact that it's going to be a volatile day, in my opinion at least, and the fact that in Europe we have a day off, a bank holiday, might is going to cause a little bit lower volume on the US market as well, also not necessary. All right, if you have any questions regarding TEFs, regarding challenges, funded accounts, anything like that, please just let me know. You can ask me here in the chat or just drop me an email on agi@tefs.com and you can just check our website on www.tefs.com. So here we are. In the meantime, Scott already started his preparation for the trading day. As I see, DVG is here with us as well. And DVG is going to watch not just IONQ, but all of the quantum related stocks like a sympathy plays because of the fact that IONQ is so strong that it is ready to expand already. So that means that the whole sector might it is in front of the bright future. So we can watch the rest as well, like OKLO, QBTS, and the rest too. If you have any other candidates traders, please just let me know. Last week on my side, I had one red day and the rest is green. So it was a really, really nice trading week with you here in the trading room. I hope you started the June trading months in green too and ready for a continuation. This week, just for the newcomers, this week is going to be about inflation data. Last week it was the labor market data. This week it's inflation data. And next week, guys, also it's a shortened week next next week, not this week, next week, because the Juneteenth Day is going to be a bank holiday on the market. And at this moment, it's not just, like in the country of the USA, but even on the market, because there are, by the way, several bank holidays which are not stopping the market to be open. This Juneteenth Day is going to stop the market to be open. So next Thursday is going to be completely off. But before that, we will get a huge day coming. It's Wednesday, Fed Day next week. So I can't wait at whether Powell is going to start finally cut the interest rates, or he is still just standing stall there and he's not going to move the interest rates. I would say 90% he's not going to, but we will see it next week. Hi, Alex. Alamu, nice to see you. RKLB. Yeah, I remember it was a quite of a nice mover last week as well. Let me just check it now. How does it look like? 4% higher, very nice. We had a move in it, right? I called this trade last week. I remember on that. Seems like that now finally is just moved. Not too much though, but finally is just moving over the $30 level, which is a great big resistance for sure. 30.80, 31 is going to be the next resistance as I see. I like it. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm just going to put RKLB already on my list. Rocket Lab looks like as a great candidate to the long side. It's not among my candidates list, but you can just put it there. NBIS wanted to point out, Alex, just checking it again. NBIS. MBIS, okay, Nobius Group. Nice. This is the same, 4%, and this is though a pumper. It's over the $50 level. It's over all-time high. And this is going to be the stocks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green day in a row with a huge bullish sentiment. Let's watch it, but let's be careful because sooner or later might is going to happen a small profit taking in the stock. But Alex, I completely agree with you that this looks like as a great long candidate on NBIS. Actually, traders, I've just seen the lower price, the AI stocks running up like SoundHound again, up to 0.47%. I'm going to watch it too. Might we will get some great opportunities there. DVG likes RGTI, as I mentioned you, especially because of the sympathy play on the computing stock, so we can watch RGTI as well. He called it already over 1183 on the for a pre-market play. Well, by the TEFS, we do not play the pre-market, but if you have a equity account by a brokerage, and you can of course take this entry there indeed. I'm just going to stay with the trades after the market opens indeed. Scott called Applovin already under 400 and Hood under 72, plus he is short biased on the Tesla as well under 286, and IONQ long over 42. Tesla it's here for me. I'm just going to get here IONQ there as well, RGTI for sure. What else? Hood and Applovin, both of them traders on the short side. Reason for that, I think it's just profit taking, by the way. They will run up and hide up into the Friday, join the S&P 500, and now they are going to push back a little bit. So let me just check a plugin here, and after that, even I'm going to put Hood to my list. I'm going to check coin as well, because as I mentioned you, Bitcoin is quite strong, so might we will see some interesting move on the coin for today as well. So, as you know, not my quite favorite stock to play because of the hecticness indeed, but I'm going to check it for sure. ARM, Kevin, hi, good morning to you. Yes, semicons seem like quite strong today. Not just ARM and AMD. For me, it's very attractive, looks very attractive as well. Amir's favorite, the MU, I'm going to watch AVGO, Lee's favorite. Lee, are you around? Hopefully. AVGO, I'm going to watch too. Alex, you think Marvel is setting up very well? Yeah, I've just seen, and you know why I like Marvel? About the fact that can be a great mover. Sometimes it is just quite resilient to the market. So if we are going to experience a quite uncertain, hesitant market today, which I must tell you guys, we have a huge chance for that. Why do I think so? First of all, we are very close to the all-time high, less than 3% on the SPY. Second, three talks are going on today. We don't know when it's going to end, when news are going to leak out, and the market is going to stand on the side, I think, until the news are going to leak a little bit at least. Plus, it's a bank holiday in Europe, so let's just take in consideration these facts and trade accordingly, which equals to be cautious, especially on the share size. But let me just check this Marvel, because as I've told you, I like the stocks, especially today, that are not quite, I mean, they are resilient to the market. And that's why I'm going to watch Netflix as well. Guys, how big winner we had on Friday with the Netflix. Please tell me you just kept this stock, because I remember I had no time to, unfortunately, to stay with you on Friday, but I called the Netflix short, and actually this was my biggest winner indeed. I just let it run almost to the end of the day. It was a beautiful, beautiful move to the downside on the Netflix. And today, though, as I've seen, it's a little bit higher. Let me just check the Netflix here. Okay, cannot find you. It's 0.11, so not too much. But Friday, there is no doubt. It's just made a really, really nice red day, and a beautiful winner for me, because I let it run indeed almost till the low of the day. I think I get it out around 1,000. 238, 39, something like this. But that was a really nice winner. So indeed, also the volume was not the highest on the Friday red candle. So I'm not going to be surprised if it's starting to run even higher. But just to see the facts here, it's very extended to the upside. So I'm going to watch it whether it's going to be ready to push back a little bit more to the downside. Of course, I'm not going to short it at any cost, but I'm going to keep an eye on Netflix short for today. Marvel, again, I agree with you. It looks quite nice indeed. And I'm just going to check the pre-market volume there, 300, 2% higher. It's very close to the $70 level. If we just check the daily chart on this Marvel, actually 70-20, I would say can be a stronger resistance level if it could finally just break it through. There is a nice space to run back to the $76 level, which is the 200 EMA. So I completely agree, Alex. Marvel, we need it to the long side. Let's just check again, Kevin, this ARM, because sorry, I did not check it properly here. So ARM, nice. Okay. ARM. 1.34% higher, 47,000 in the pre-market. So. And 135.20. I want to see that to break this 135.20, and in this case, I agree with you on the daily. It's just a perfect consolidation pattern, especially if it can go back to this 140 level and break it. Highly likely not today. I'm just telling you what I do see on the daily chart, and that can be a start of a nice bullish sentiment there. Okay, QCOM, yes, thank you to remind me, because as in the preparation session I was mentioning QCOM, this is definitely a stock to watch for today, as well as QCOM just bought out a chip maker, UK one chip maker, by the way, and it's up now 1.84%, quite of a nice volume. It's over the $150 level, 150, and seems like it's might going to get back towards to this 155 next resistance. So yes, QCOM, we can watch it too. All right, traders, in the main room, in the VIP room, we have DVG and Scott so far. No signs of Amir. We just started. Good luck, everyone. Take it easy. It's Monday, especially the first, half an hour can be tricky. So let's see whether we can see a nice move. Wow, Netflix already moves lower as I see. QCOM, nice jump. I just switch off the pre-market here on my list. Okay. Scott is mentioning that AVGO surprisingly is not the nicest mover at the moment. Hood, wow, Hood and Uplovin straight red to the downside. Okay, traders, market is pulling back already. So as I mentioned, it was a very, very small, really, really small gap down. And now it's pulling back. I'm watching though for a reversal Hood and Uplovin. mRNA is strong again, as I see. NVDA is pushing higher though. Let me just check AMD. Scott likes IONQ over 42. IONQ over 42 he likes already. And he's buying Hood over 71. Okay. RGTI pulling back. AMD I'm watching, which is pulling back too with the, wow, guys, Tesla already tanking again. Not nice. PATR is down big time too. WBD checking. Looks interesting. AMD is very strong in the meantime, I'm just telling you. WBD over 11 open, it looks like as an open range break, I must tell you, but act like that. So if you want to take it, be just a scalper on that. QCOM is pushing higher immediately too. CRWV looks like it's making a gap and go. Applovin breaking the lows. That was a very strong break under the lows. And actually, Hood looks like another one which is going to join the party here. So Hood looks very nice under 69.80, I would say. Hood is very extended as well. I'm going to try Hood short for a quick and nice, hopefully, scalp traders. So this is just a scalp. And I'm going to take it 69.75 like here. Okay. All right. Entry was not the most precise one, and I want to see at least 60 cents to the downside. All right, indeed. In the meantime, Tesla is pushing lower, market is under the lows, Netflix is dropping too, as I've seen. But CRWV remaining strong, WBD is still around this $11. AMD, wow. AMD and NVIDIA are beasts today. Again, amazing. So traders, if you have not taken this hoodie yet, only under this 69.80 to take. If it's breaking it through again, NVIDIA is amazingly strong together with AMD. QCOM has not stopped either. And the overall market, though, especially the SPY, is pulling lower than higher. So we should be careful there indeed. CCJ is strong too. Circle 27% higher. Amazing. Coin is interesting. Just checking it. Applovin, amazing. Tesla trying to make a pullback there in the meantime. Coin is tricky. Coin is tricky. Let's wait with the coin, I think, Buzak. Or Shoshan. Buzak, you want NBIS? Check in. QCOM, you're a beast. Wow. I was not expecting that. Okay, guys, hood is in. Let's take a partial on hood around 69.10. This is going to be my first partialing point on the hood. SPY is still very weak. Triple Q is trying to stay alive. Ooh, my Netflix still continues. Okay, traders, beautiful hood. Thank you very much. I'm going to be ready to take 75% of my share size on the hood. Here we are, hood. I'm just taking my partial now, 69. Took 75% off. You can see on my screen that this is a live trade. The first small green triangle is the first profit taking level, and I have left 200 shares, and this still continues lower. RGTI dumping, hood is dumping, Applovin, Netflix, wow. AVGO looks interesting too for reversal to the downside, and VDA going down. Deking, are you around? What do you think? It's TQQQ time. I guess the market is a little bit nervous about this news indeed. Guys, hood stop loss is going to be over 69.80, okay? Over 69.80, I'm going to get out from the stock. Meta is very strong, by the way. So Meta, it's crazy. It's just pushing higher. Tesla is not pushing lower, interestingly. Overall market it's going to make a reversal now. Also, I see an environment on the market which I was expecting. It's going to be, in my opinion, highly volatile, especially because of the news. Like we are waiting for news on the negotiations. Indeed. Thank you, Briscoder. Alemu, Tesla under 282. I don't know whether Tesla wants to go down, Alemu. I must tell you that I'm not convinced yet. Maybe just under the lows. Guys, what's happening with this Meta again? Meta completely does not care about the market again. Resilient like hell. So I'm going to watch Meta too for continuation. Meta, it's very strong, does not care about the market. AVG looks interesting too, or hood is just going. My next partial on the hood is going to be around 68.50. And let's see whether the market is going to make this reversal here or just fall over. If we do fall over, I'm sure I want to be involved in a TQQQ trade. I still don't know where. I'm just checking it, though no setup, no entry yet. But if the market keeps pushing down, TQQQ is my short here to take. So RGTI down, IO1Q down. So it seems like this good news were not good enough to keep the computing stocks to go higher. Okay, if you have a little bit more on the hood, I mean on the share size, you can take a little bit more off because it's just stopped by the 68.80 level. That's not a good sign indeed. Market again, very nervous market we have. TQQQ just under the lows in my opinion, if you like it. Marvel is giving up. PLTR, it's a clear bear flag, by the way, especially under 124.70. And look at that. I don't know. You know what, guys? I'm not that brave to touch the TQQQ. This market is highly crazy. Okay, if hood is going back, it went back. I'm just taking a little bit more off on the hood because it went back over the 69.20 level and I don't like it. So I just closed a little bit more off on the hood, and over 69.80, I'm going to be off the rest of the share size. Market is very volatile, very choppy. Be careful. Tesla going higher now. Meta, it's a beast. It's so strong. I was watching Marvel for a long as well, but it gave up completely. What else I do see which was to watch? Netflix. Wow. Shoo. See that? Watch out on the hood traders. Over 69.80, we are going to be out, okay? NVIDIA completely gave up everything together with AMD. MBIS again, checking. Okay, Tesla is pushing higher, so no short on the Tesla. Microsoft is weak as I see. I'm watching this possible reversal on IONQ and Rigetti. Amazon, checking, John. Scott likes AMD long 120. Scott goes AMD long 120. I like the Amazon, but only if it's going to make a small consolidation here and take it over to 1460. I'm going to call it when I see the clear setup. But yeah, it looks like a great pullback. Market is trying to make a pullback for sure to get a bit stronger and not weaker. All right, traders, here comes the hood. In the meantime, if it goes back over 69.80, I'm going to be out, and this is the time to get out of hood. Nice winners to start the Monday and the week, but this just gave, that's it. I mean, just gave this money so far. So Scott called from the VIP room the AMD over 120 for a possible reversal here. MBIS, I missed it. Sorry, Buzak. That was a very nice bottom reversal indeed. I hope you took it. RGTI coming back. I'm watching IONQ2 traders. Meta crazy strong. Amazon starting to be interesting. And overall market, it's a huge pullback now. CRWV starting to be stronger as well. Ooh, RKIB. Look at this thing. This is just running like crazy. Nice. Okay, seems like Tesla curse, it's broken. Now it's going higher. Amazon looks very nice, but only over 214.60 for me. 214.60 looks like as a great continuation here. Stop loss under 214, so 60 cents stop loss here. 62, it's my entry there, 214.62. And I want to see at least like a 215.20 for a partial 215.20. In the meantime, traders, I'm watching this IONQ as well, especially over 40, 40, 50, 40, 60. Everyone likes IONQ, by the way. RGTI doesn't look bad either over 11.55. Just going to check it too. Come on, Amazon, don't give up. Market nice is just fighting with the VWAP now as I see. Ooh, CRWV, huge move. Oh, come on, Amazon. PLTR doesn't look bad either, especially over 126.50. But I like Amazon better because I like the daily on the Amazon. Come on, Amazon. I want to see 215.20 for the first partial. Market is still going sideways. Okay, guys, watch out for Amazon here. Okay, I still like this IONQ, guys. IONQ over 40.60. IONQ, here comes our Amazon as well. So 40.62 is going to be my entry on the IONQ. Stop loss is going to be under 40.20. 65, let's be 65 traders on the IONQ. I want to be in only if it's really breaking the VWAP. Okay, Amazon, you need to stretch a bit higher and the market is just consolidating now. I don't like this consolidation. We need to push it higher here because in this case, Amazon is going to be in trouble indeed. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, SPY, now or never. You need to break 600 now. You need to break 600 now. Amazon, come on, don't give up. IONQ has not entered yet, guys. CRWV is running like crazy, and Buzak, your IBS, that was a great call. Scott still likes AMD reversal over 120, by the way. Also, I don't like what the Amazon is doing here, guys. A SPY is finally breaking out, so Amazon needs to break out now, and IONQ has not entered yet. Tesla unstoppable now, so no short, but rather long on the Tesla. And I don't like you. Amazon. Okay, guys, as I've told you, here is the partial, not partialing point, unfortunately, but the stop loss point. I'm out of Amazon. Could not make it, but IONQ is in. Amazon looked very nice indeed, but it just failed us. Hopefully IONQ won't fail us. IONQ is in traders. I want to see IONQ a 41.40 for the first partial at least. And VDA is back to track as well. And Scott is in just in the AMD trade as well. So one winner, one loser to start with. IONQ, it's a beautiful intraday breakout. I really want to see that to break the 41. Market completely stuck, unfortunately. This was my fear on the Amazon, by the way, when I seen that the market completely stuck and could not make a breakout over this consolidation high. That was a little bit like concerning. But let's see. Okay, Scott already in this AMD trade, by the way. SPY Triple Q still just fighting with this consolidation. Buzak, your NBIS trade was great. Really hope you took it. Okay. And it's still running. Wow, this NBIS, that's crazy. Okay, guys, if you have anything on the radar, please just let me know. I think the market is waiting for some kind of a news. I know we will get 10 o'clock news, but I think the trade talks are much important now. not the economic news. Come on, IONQ, don't give up. Oh, and AFRM is strong too. CAR, ARM, as you just mentioned it. PLTR is pushing higher too, traders. We can watch days. SMCI. Meta is back to the VWAP. Can be an interesting reversal over 702, by the way. Come on, IONQ, don't mess with me. PLTR, beautiful intraday breakout. Wow. Scott is watching AVGO as well at the moment. Buzak, I don't know whether I want to mess with Amazon again. I won't say it's not looking great. It does look great. Again, for a reversal, it's just a little bit tricky, this market environment today. SPY again trying to break together with the TQQQ, by the way, or the triple Q. IONQ is struggling. AMD does struggle a little bit too. Also, I think if AMD is going back to 120.20 and breaking it, this can be a nice winner for Scott. Amazon is back. Shame on you, Amazon. NVDA over 144 looks great. If you're going to continue higher, Alamu, I like Scott's call on the AMD too. I like NVDA as well. We just need the market to print a direction here because so far it's not really doing anything. Just going for this sideways move just before this 599 level, and that's it. It's not enough for us. And unfortunately, this IONQ is still going against me. The last defense point is 39.50. If it's going to break it through, I'm still a bit patient with that because the daily chart looks like a very nice strong support here on the 39.80. Guys, Meta looks very tempting around the 702 area for a reversal. Maybe I would rather try this than the Amazon again. But again, we would need the market for that, and the market again standing a little bit on the sidelines, not helping too much for this overall market with the decision. I agree with NVDA. I like AMD as well, 120.20, 702 Meta VWAP reversal. Also, again, we missed the market sentiment here. So trying to look for stocks which are not that, famous. Like, for example, GOBY, it's up against 7%. Wow, 8% almost. I'm going to watch this stock. Okay, come on, IONQ. This is the reversal point, hopefully. SMCI doesn't look bad either, over 42, 45. AVGO, it's going to gap fill, as I see. Just checking the strongest stocks on the gainers and losers list. Nice pullback on the IONQ. Hopefully it's going to make this move to the upside. Market still no decision. So annoying. Come on, market. Tesla is making a reversal on this $292 level. Let's see. Okay, market, come on. So Scott is still holding AMD. He bought it 120. As I've told you, if it goes over 120.20, this looks like it's a great trade, in my opinion. I like your call as well very much over 144 on the NVDA Alamo. I'm still holding on to my IONQ, and trying to understand this market today, which is not easy. How about Marvel? Let me just check it here. Oh, Marvel is back. Looks so tempting on the Marvel, guys. Look at that. I'm a bit too late because 70.15 was the right entry here. With this intraday breakout, that was just marvelous indeed. But it still doesn't look bad, especially if you check the daily chart. I wish it would be a little bit more volume there, or just a tiny little bit more. Okay, traders, if you took the entry with the AMD over 120 or 120.20, this was Scott's call, it's not mine. There is a time to take a partial soon. This is just going nicely. IONQ is still struggling, unfortunately. SPY slowly but steadily moving higher, as I see. SMCI is just consolidating for a long time now, just like the market. And we will get some news in 5 minutes, by the way. The market is still very choppy because of this real uncertainty all over the place. Such a shame. PITR still looks strong, by the way. It's just pushing higher again, higher and higher. DocuSign is strong today too. STX, DocuSign, just checking them. No entry at the moment. I'm just checking it. Okay, Scott is in the IonQ trade, by the way, as well. You just heard he called it. And I really hope we will get back to the entry and even above that. AVGO, gap fill. Lee, are you in? Hope so. I know you like that stock. Okay, guys, market is still very choppy. I'm not really happy to touch anything until at least the news in some minutes, which is not going to be huge news, and everyone is waiting for some, development on the trade talks, that's for sure. One thing is guaranteed, if we see huge candles coming in, then this is the impact of the news leaked out or already we got some news. Okay, here we go. SMCI is breaking out. That looks quite interesting though. And seems like Tesla continues. Look at that beast. It just continues over 290, 294. You just missed. Ouch. Sorry to hear that. It was nice. Okay, market is making a reversal here. Still holding my IONQ here and really waiting for this market to make a decision there. MBIS don't know tempting. Alex, yeah, when Buzak called MBIS again, this was the right entry indeed. I feel like I just missed it as well. So such a shame, but it was nice. Really nice. Okay, guys, market is turning down. That's not good. At least for the longs. ISRG is down big time too, minus 8% to the downside, but a bit spready, $1 spread. Ouch. Just checking the big stocks too. WBD again, checking. It can run $2 more if it does not break down. Yeah, that's for sure. It's a very strong stock on the NBIS. And I'm just going to check this WBT for you. It was around 11 before as well, but it got rejected. I see. Okay. You know what? This is not a huge mover. I'm not sure WBD can do the job here and move like 20, 30, 60 cents. be careful. Guys, I would take a partial on AMD just before the run number here, 121. That was a beautiful call over this 120 from Scott. I would take a partial now, just a small money into my pocket because the market doesn't look good. I mean to the long side so far, at least. It can change in a second, as you know, but it doesn't look that good indeed. Okay, let's see how Apple is looking like at the moment. Hmm, not nice. It's quite of a, looks like it's a triangle forming now. And here is the drop. Ouch. IONQ, please survive. Survive, survive. But the market is dropping. That's why I've told you to take a partial on AMD. And actually, Netflix looks very tempting again to take a short like just on Friday. No more calls from the VIP room either. We got the news. I'm just checking it soon. Okay. Final wholesale inventories, it's higher than it expected. The expectation it was 0% just like before, but it was just increasing, which at this moment it's not the best news. All right, traders. So IONQ is still in play. We are going to get back soon, hopefully, on this IONQ. And the market is making a huge move. I don't think so. This is thanks to the economic news. I think it is just some news maybe leaked out from the negotiation talks. AVGO Lee, I know you missed it, but I must tell you, AVGO it still looks good. Come on, IONQ, you need to break 41 for us. Amazon pushing down, market, big green candle, maybe here comes a big red candle, just as usual on choppy days like that. Okay, guys, AMD finally hit the 121. Also, as because of the news, I just want you to take a little partial before. Tesla still pushing higher. Meta got extremely ugly now. Amazon not doing anything. RKLB Rocket Lab just rocketed, which I completely missed, unfortunately, here. And I'm still holding my IONQ. And I must tell you, I'm just checking Alamodis NVIDIA as well over 144, especially if the market is going to find a direction finally, but this doesn't seem like yet. And it wants to find the direction. How about Hood? Hood just broke down too late. Plumbing, I'm going to check now. And here comes the Netflix again. Plumbing, I'm going to watch this plumbing thing here, guys. Oh, it's too late. 396 was a nice entry there. Coin is breaking down. SPY again back to this 399 or 599 area. AMD does not stop. This is a good news, traders. AMD stop loss can be on 120.20, even under 120.50, I would say 120.50, and let it run. Looks great. Okay. IONQ is still holding. Also, if this overall market keeps sliding, we are going to be in trouble. Tesla still very strong. SMCI pushed higher. AMD amazing. Next partial can be around 121.40.50, and then let it run. Netflix tumbling. Coin going down. Let me just check the rest here. In the meantime, and Meta not doing anything at all. Okay. AMD was a beautiful call from Scott, really. Well, I was expecting the market to be on the sidelines, but not that much. It's too much to the side. CRM, it's making a comeback. Netflix done. Roblox. Roblox is weak traders today as well. Finally, this is the profit taking on Roblox, and I'm missing the day. I can't believe that. Roblox, I'm going to watch it here. RBLX, very extended. Roblox is extremely extended on the upside. You are in a video. Nicely, well done. I hope it's going to break the 246.20s. Looks great. Market still not no decision at all. It's just going sideways since actually after the first 10 minutes, which is painful, especially for the bigger stocks, not Tesla. All right, traders, Triple Q still looks stronger than a SPY in my opinion. IONQ still looks good, but we really need to see a breakout soon on the IONQ. UPST is very strong too, but very, a little bit like slow. TGT, yeah, TGT is always low volume, Alex, but I'm just going to check it. But if TGT is not good enough, we can check Costco, WMT, and the rest. UPST, it's very strong. Okay, let me just check TGT. I don't know. It's just started nice and strong, and since then it's not showing anything, like no strength, no weakness. I would just leave it. How to add take profit and stop loss to an open position? Well, soon it depends on your platform. For example, if I'm just going to show you the IONQ trade, I can use on the TEFS platform, I can use the mouse trading. So if I just, for example, clicking on this sign here, I will get the TP, take profit level, and I will have even the top stop loss level here under it. And you can just, put it here and say that, okay, if it's breaking 39.69, I'm going to be out of it. You see? So this is how we do it on the TEFS platform here. It's very easy, very handy. I really like it indeed. You can change it, clean it, delete it at any time with just one click. Okay, guys, the market is still completely stuck, unfortunately. I'm still watching this Netflix for continuation. Roblox, it's on my level 2. AVGO, I really like your call there. Lee, if it's breaking the 246.50, this can be an even nicer mover to the upside. Started weak, starting to be stronger. Nice. Yes, PITR2. I just missed it. Nice, Alex. Did you? Let me just check this NBIS. I'm just going to check it on my other well here. Okay, in the meantime, traders, market no direction yet. Beautiful, very nice bull flag there. And this is, as this is a pumper, it does not care about the market. Nice, well done. Okay, guys. IONQ, time to break out, please. We are really, really close here. But again, makes a reversal annoying. SPY triple Q, no direction. Triple Q is still stronger in my opinion than the S&P 500. Indeed. CRWV, MBIS very strong. Traders, AMD stop loss can be under 120.50, and if it's breaking it through, it's over, my opinion. ARM marching higher, NVDA maybe going back to this 144 level too. Looks interesting still. Scott still holding IONQ as well. At Amazon, let me just check it. I see it's stronger now. It's like really nice. I just don't like this sudden direction changes. You know what? Maybe I would prefer SMCI or something which is a lower price now, because for that we need a really big push on the overall market to see that continue. Yes, exactly, Alex. That's why I've told you that the triple Q seems like much stronger than the S&P 500. I guess you know the $600 level by the SPY, it's quite strong to break. Listen, Buzak, if you want to add, if you are in already, okay, let's go with it. But watch out whether it's not going to be a stronger rejection there. Oh, IONQ, you are going to take so much time to see a partial here. CRCL, it's very strong today again, traders. CRCL. That seems like maybe profit taking started. Okay, triple Q broke. That's a good news. Here comes NVDA to this 144 level 2. Alamu, if you still like it. NVDA over 144. And I'm starting to be fed up with this IONQ. It just cannot make this break there. So annoying. Okay, SPY finally broke this consolidation. We just need a continuation now, not just a break. Not enough. IONQ completely stuck. Alamu, here comes your NVDA call 144. AMD still in the play. SPY triple Q pushing much higher as I see now. And we are getting close to the $600 level. And I really do not like to see that the IONQ is not doing anything. Here comes NVIDIA over 144 traders. There is a stop loss of $1, so let's try to go for $1 there. Yeah, it's rather just a scalp. You are right, indeed. Lee, your AVGO, hopefully it's breaking out now. Looks nice. And overall market is just in a nice breakout. Also, IONQ doesn't want to follow, unfortunately. AMD is fighting still here as well. Okay, traders. So seems like the market finally just decided in a direction, like we are going higher, but the overall market is still very slow. As I mentioned you, there is some reasons for that. First of all, market is waiting for the trade negotiations news. Second, it's a lower volume because of the fact that it's a bank holiday in Europe. So sometimes it does affect the volume in the US market as well. And that we are very close to the all-time high environment, and so like that, usually it's slowing down. So it's like the overall market is slowing down, indeed. Okay, IONQ, last chance to make that reversal and break this consolidation finally. Full point on the AVGO, very good. Buza, good luck with your Amazon. Your timing was much better for the long there. Very nice on AVGO. It's still moving. I guess it has a chance to go back near to this 248, hopefully. Nice mover. Netflix is moving low or higher as well, not lower. Okay, SPY just in a consolidation again. Triple Q pushing a bit higher. Guys, unfortunately, this IO1Q still doesn't look good. Okay, SPY starting this ugly red candles again. And unfortunately, if IO1Q is breaking this 39.70, I cannot just leave this to go against me. And the Lee, here comes the 248 on the AVGO, very nice. And AMD made a reversal, guys. Here is the second partial on the AMD. Second partial on the AMD, very nice trade. AMD second partial, stop loss under 120.70 and just let it run. 120.70 and let it run. And the SPY again, just making a consolidation here, unfortunately. SMSTI still looks stronger, and IONQ last chance. And the SPY is pushing higher now. No new calls in the VIP room either. Scott is still holding his AMD, still holding IONQ. AMD stop loss under 120.70. And look at the Tesla. This looks like an ascending triangle. SPY breaking out. Ooh, SMCI. Slow moving market. It's some big green candles on the way. Marvel. No, I took it off my radar. You know why? Because it started to pull back in the beginning of the day. And I think this was my biggest mistake. Yep. Because it just made a perfect, when I just called you that I missed the intraday breakout formation over 17.15, that was a big miss, Alex. So I completely agree with you that I missed it and sorry for that. And I'm just suffering with this IO1Q here for nothing. And seems like the SPY slowly but steadily getting closer to the $600 level. Scott is still watching Hood as well, by the way. QCOM. It's really strong now. Roblox just broke the VWAP. I thought it's going to make a reversal there, but not really. Amazon new entry. Yeah, it's looking better, but it really needs to break the run number there, Ruzak. I think only half point on PLTR, and you're okay. Yep, PLTR. I see it's just suffering there too with this break over 127.50. No, overall market is really slow, and definitely I still see this little bit undecided. Not the triple Q though. It's running quite nicely. AMD is still playing. That looks nice. Meta is trying harder now to break maybe this 704, but not the real moves. And finally, Amazon. Nice Wizak on the Amazon. And it's pushing now much higher. Finally. NVIDIA doesn't look bad either for continuation traders. SPY new daily high, no, not daily high, sorry, but getting closer to the 600. Triple Q though has a new daily high. Let me just check the triple Q, how far it is from the all-time highs. Not that far. I remembered on 530 or 42 something, 541, something like that. I'm just going to check it exactly. 540 and 81 is the all-time high on the triple Q traders, and we are really, really close to that. Amazing. For partial on the Amazon, I think if you just added, I would go for 215.20. If it was just an adding point, if you just enter, then maybe 215.40, 50. Let's see if it's able to continue. Because my concern is that this $600 level can be a stronger resistance on the market. And don't forget traders on the news leak as well. There will be a little bit news leaking out from this trade talks at one or some time of the day. We don't know yet, of course. PLTR though, it's making a very nice bull flag as well. Together with the media, AMD is still going beautifully. And what else here? Not too much more. Watching this Netflix, whether it's going to roll over here on the VWAP or not, but the Netflix has such a low volume. PLTR broke. Triple Q is breaking too, going higher now. And overall market is ready to break 600. Okay, let's see. Nice. If you took this NVIDIA traders still like 20, 30 cents for the first partial, SMCI moving higher. Let me just check the weak stocks. Okay, traders, market is on a decision point for sure to continue over the $600 level or make a little pullback. IONQ again going back to the entry. I really hope that this time it just can make this breakout. NVIDIA continues, very nice. 10 more cents to take a partial. AMD second partial has been done. Stop loss under 120.80 now, I think, and just let it run. And Scott likes hood. He still looks like. Let me just check this hood here. Robin Hood. Nice pullback. Tesla. Tesla rejected by this 296. Quite ugly rejection, by the way. TSLA. Oh, come on. What's happening with that now? All right, traders, market is extra slow. So I really hope that I1Q is going to show something here finally. Everything feels like it's stuck a little bit now. TSLA, come on. Okay, so Tesla just stopped by the 100 EMA as I see, or the 200 EMA, sorry. And if it's rolling over this 292, maybe 292.80 can be a nice short play on the Tesla. Let's see, I'm just going to check it. All right, traders, AMD still continues higher. Amazing, very nice. IONQ, it's hopeless. As I see, it's completely hopeless, this stock today. Despite of the good news, it's just not doing anything. Nothing. MBIS again? No, let me just check it. Nice. I don't know, I'm always afraid to get on these stocks so high, this type of hyping stocks, you know, but for a scalp maybe. It can do even like a $1 scalp indeed. For a scalp, I think it can be okay. Quick scalp. AVGO seems like, by the way, that might it continues higher too. How about MU? I forgot MU today. All right, traders, I think my last trade today is going to be Tesla under 292 and 70. I'm going to take a little Tesla here just for fun. MU, I missed MU today. Shoo. So Tesla, stop loss over 295. Watch out on that. And I want to see it back to this 290 level to take a partial on the Tesla. Let's see. IONQ is still not doing anything. AMD beautifully continues higher, and the market is still in a consolidation. SPY could not break though the $600 level yet, at least. You're waiting a small pullback for the AVGO. Yeah, I agree with you. It's just making like a consolidation here too. Also, I must tell you, Lee, that the biggest semicon stocks are quite strong. Like look at NVIDIA, ARM, AMD, MU. So might even AVGO is going to be continued here even higher without that pullback. Let's see. Traders, AMD stop loss under 121.50, I think, and it can just go lower. In the meantime, I am in Tesla and IONQ. AMD breaking out, NVIDIA is breaking out. Overall market is still in a consolidation, but looks like it's a bull flag again. I know, Lee. I completely missed MU. You see, Amir is not here in the VIP room, so we did miss. Okay, Tesla, come on. On the Tesla, you want to see a partial around 290. And traders, I must tell you, I'm starting to be fed up with this IONQ. I think I'm just going to close some shares out soon. I just want to see that back a little bit towards this 4060. Uh-oh. And the news just hit the market, guys. Look at that move. That's definitely news-driven moves. Watch out, please. This seems like something news-driven, this big move. Ah, do you? That's nice. Yes, Shoshan, news. Agree with you. Let's see how the market is going to be continued after the news. AMD is still beautiful if you still have some. Oh, my goodness, what is happening here? Come on. Wow. That's definitely from the trade talks already, traders. So two big green candles so far on the market. It's not good for my Tesla. No good timing on the Tesla short. 600 broken by the S&P 500. How do we continue from here? Great question. Okay, SPY is back to the $600 level. Scott starting to be fed up with the IO and Q2, just like me. Market, though, it still looks like it's stronger than weaker, but let's just wait till the end. Okay, SPY triple Q, not moving nicely, and unfortunately, IO and Q, it's pathetic. It could not make it back till this 40.50. I wanted to take off lots of share size there. But NVDA still continues very nicely over this 144 at least. This Tesla is still holding, NVDA running very nicely indeed. SPY is pulling back under the $600 level. Tesla not doing anything at all. Everything is so slow. Come on. NVDA beautiful. I think I'm going to get into a red day today with this nasty market. Such a shame. Tesla should go down, it's going up. IonQ should go up, it's going down. Great. But AVGO still continues higher as I see. That's a good one. Okay, SPY is still under the $600 level. I'm still keeping my Tesla short, but unfortunately IonQ is going to run for a loser. TEM, Kevin, checking. TEM. Bit low on the volume side, but looks interesting for reverse. And it's an inside day on the daily. Not my favorite though. Watch out on the AMD. I think the stop loss on the AMD under 121.70. 121.70. NVDA beautiful. Here is the first partial. If you took it over 144. And unfortunately, this IONQ looks hopeless, helpless. And Tesla, it's on a brink. Fortunately, this doesn't look good either. Market in the meantime pulling back a little bit, but it can just change the direction at any time, in my opinion. And unfortunately, I need to go and say goodbye to this Tesla as well if it's not going to make a reversal here. Oh my God, I so much hate to start the week in red. This market, that was disgusting so far. And I missed some great trades, that's for sure, including Marvel. Okay, guys, both of my trades are hanging on a thread. Market in the meantime, it's pulling back at least something. NVIDIA is still resilient. It's still moving rather higher than lower, as I see. 145 almost touched. Tesla needs to decide here again. No more calls in the main VIP room either. This is not a great tradable market at the moment, that's for sure. A lack of news, lack of volume, lack of clear sentiment, except of the triple Q, which is moving higher for sure. Maybe now PLTR. I don't know. You know what I do see? I try to go with stocks that are quite resilient for the market, like Tesla, IonQ, and so on, because I'm afraid, NVIDIA resilient too. I'm afraid that this sudden changes in the direction and the impact of the news can just, get a nasty impact on these big movers. SPY again trying to make a reversal here, but ended with a red candle there. Ay, Tesla. Triple Q is not giving up. It's just pushing higher. Of course, NVIDIA is very strong indeed. Last chance, Tesla, come on. SPY seems like it's pulling lower. IONQ again made the reversal on this consolidation zone. And SPY, yeah, SPY is pushing a bit lower now. Scott is just waiting and waiting too. Not easy. Okay, guys, so IONQ is still suffering, Tesla is still suffering, market pulled back a little bit, but the triple Q looks extremely strong, still very strong. DVG is watching CEG now. Tesla last chance to make the reversal, and IONQ finally comes back to the level when I say goodbye to some of my shares. I just do not trust this stock anymore, unfortunately. Market is on the verge of a small pullback. At least the SPY triple Q is not moving from this consolidation at all. Here comes our IONQ traders. As I mentioned you, I want to see the back around this 40.50 to take a little partial, in the red, because I do not trust this stock anymore. Tesla started to move lower again, so hopefully it's going to make this move here. Overall market unknown. Triple Q very strong. SPY is moving lower a little bit. Come on, IONQ 4035. Let's see to push it back around over this 4050 to take this shares off in a less loss. Because as you can see, it's just touching the VWAP and it got the rejections. It's really, really ugly at the moment, unfortunately. Now, whether we see on a pullback on the triple Q as well, or the SPY is going to make a reversal on the VWAP, these two scenarios we can see indeed. All right, traders, so IONQ, I think I'm just going to close half of my share size off. I just do not like to see what this market or the market either, but even this IONQ is doing. It is in this consolidation for a while and just cannot make it to come through over this 40-50 level. A little bit more, please. 40-30. No, VWAP is just topping it. Like that, it's just a small loser on half of my share size. Pi and triple Q though pulling back. So this is making me as well to get off some shares from this IONQ. Tesla, in the meantime, is just making some pullback as well. Also, we need to break the 294 first, 293, 292 to see a move here back under my entry at least. So I took off some IONQ around 40-30 and I'm going to be out. I'm going to leave the rest under 39 and 68 as I just planned it before. Overall market, huge pullback, especially on the SPY. Triple Q is still holding itself. I'm still waiting for the Tesla to roll over here and go back to this 290 level, or the IONQ. If it's going to continue back over 41, it's okay with me. So far, though, the market is not printing any direction, especially the SPY triple Q. It's much stronger, and it's very hard to trade even if the two indices are going to the opposite direction. I don't like it too much. So for me, so far, it's a red day. Depends on Tesla and IONQ next. And the market is under the SPY. I'm talking about the SPY. The SPY is under the VWAP at the moment, by the way. Scott is still holding the IONQ, like full share size here. Yes, SPY is back to the 599. Now the triple Q is back to this 531 level 2, which is not too much indeed. To the downside at least. And Tesla is back under 294. Doesn't mean anything though, unfortunately. Okay, finally IONQ is moving. I'm okay to add back over this consolidation high, by the way, but only over 40.85, not before. Be careful because TEM is pushing higher, not lower. I know someone just called this. Tesla 292 we can add. Buzak, yeah, I completely agree. PRTR, yes, finally moving. Buzak now short on NBIS. Be careful with that stock. It can be tricky. Okay, guys, hopefully IONQ is going to make the move now. Over 40.85 we can add. Tesla, it's still struggling here, still looks okay. SPY is making a reversal there, which is good for our IONQ finally. SPY got back to the VWAP. Now this is a decision point for sure whether it can break it through and continue higher, or it's going to might give up a little bit more. SPY rejected on the VWAP, so let's be careful. Guys, actually, I must tell you, if the IONQ is going to give up here, I'm not going to even hold it until 39.65. I'm going to be out under 40. It needs to push it higher now. If it cannot make it, it doesn't worth to leave it there. Tesla, it's a bit annoying here, still consolidating, not too much. And SPY is breaking the lows though. That's interesting. Okay, IONQ is still doing great and Tesla is still doing great, guys. So I must tell you that things are starting to move as I was expected that, but not fully yet. And the SPY is completely nuts. Like now again, going higher, lower. No idea which direction it wants to go exactly. AMD is pulling back though. AMD is definitely out under with this 121.70. Finally, IonQ is moving to the right direction. I'm going to add over 40.85. I'm not going to add to to the Tesla, but around the VWAP, I want to take a partial for sure. Overall market is again just started to move in a consolidation, but pulled back from the highs. Target 287. Oh, that would be great. That would be great. My target on IONQ is 42, guys. Now I'm not going to go out less. And in the meantime, AVG is back to this 246 area. This can be a reversal point for Italy if you are still watching it. Market completely stuck again. Nothing new. And my IONQ is in green. Come on, IONQ. Go, go, go. SPY triple Q not doing too much either. PITR, it's breaking out, Shoshan, if you are still in, or you took it. And or IONQ finally it's breaking. I added 41.40 is going to be my first partial there. And let's see for how long it can push higher. We need to break 41 now. That's for sure. Spike just catched into the VWAP again. Oh, come on, IONQ. I can't believe this stock. IONQ, come on. That was a nasty move. Hopefully, I hope it's just a shakeout on the IONQ. If it goes under 40, then no, it's not. VIP room, they mentioned that might there are news on the Boeing trade. Tesla is still thinking a lot here, and unfortunately, IONQ is not doing the right direction. IONQ, I hate you. Okay, guys, I think IONQ is going to go to my ban list from tomorrow. Market completely stuck, unfortunately. That was a nasty move, IONQ. Okay, guys, I'm not going to force this market and fight. I'm going to accept my red day. Very unpleasant to start the week in red. And VDA is starting just to pull back now. I'm just going to put my hard stop loss here under 39.80 and say goodbye. Tesla, I'm still going to leave it here because it still looks good in my opinion. Over the high, of course, we cannot hold it anymore. But this market is really, really hard to trade. If you just check the SPY daily chart, it's a very, very small doji, low volume, just what I've expected. Not a lucky day for me today. Sorry for that, guys. Hopefully for you, it was a much better day for today. New day is coming tomorrow, new opportunities. Not an easy one, but hopefully you will have a green one at the end. IONQ looks like it went for $41 stop losses. Yes, Buzak looks like very ugly, but at least Tesla is working. IONQ is going to be out under 39 and 80. And that's it for me. So have a beautiful green day at the end and see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. sharp. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Stay safe and see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.